Ancestors and ancestors. 2. If you have spirits in heaven, just help those who are so poor. Descend from me. Alas, in a few years, the Nie family is about to become extinct. There will be no one to burn paper at your grave. Hey boy. How dare you threaten me with the Nie family incense? Who? Come out quickly. I am your ancestor. Ha ha ha. I didn't know you were mine. Hongji, how many generations are there? So many years. You come here every year to worship your ancestors. Well, let me help you. Ancestors. Ancestors, please bless and protect me. I'm almost dying of poverty. Stretch out your hand. This. That's it. Ancestor, you have great powers. Just give me these 2 gadgets. Hey. Don't underestimate these 2 treasures. Grandson. This Chinquan bag given to you is a method. Can accommodate all things. Easy to access. In this spirit gathering bottle, it's prosperous. The eye of the spring where heaven and earth gather together spirits. Dig spring water, to increase vitality. Give birth to all things. These 2 treasures. You have to take advantage of it, our Nie family. Walk upright, sit upright. Don't use this treasure. Do treacherous and sinful things. Hey ancestors. What if? You'll be in trouble again. How can I fight you again? This? Let me make a system for you. Ha 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 ha. Congratulations to Nie Tianming, descendant of the Nie family, successfully bound to the Ancestor system. Accumulate filial piety points and summon ancestors. Get more props and abilities. Hey ancestors. Ancestors. 2. Wait until you have accumulated enough filial piety points. Call out to the ancestors for blessing. I just showed up. But you are in the grave. I'm outside the grave. How can I honor you? Ha ha ha. You can still honor your parents. Come on young people. Ha 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 ha. Good ancestors. I will definitely remember your teachings. Be filial to your parents. This will increase the filial piety value. It seems that the filial piety points are not that difficult to earn. Why does it smell like toilet water? Can increase vitality. Hey, that means makes plants grow quickly. You'll try it in the field tomorrow. I go. So magical. I can actually feel its location. Then you have these 2 treasures. I'm still worried about not making money. Dad eats vegetables. Be filial to your parents. Add 2 to the filial piety value. This can also be added. Tianming has grown up. Mom eats vegetables. I'm going to the fields in the mountains later. Weeding yams. You go with me. Good. Yam. The ancestors said that the spiritual spring water can increase vitality. Try pouring some spiritual spring water on the yam. Let me see how many treasures my ancestors gave me. Tianming. This is how you behave. It's the same as hoeing. Must be practical and capable. Listen to the teachings of elders. Add 5 to the filial piety value. This year's yam growth is average. The harvest is probably not going to be very good either. Apple trees in the orchard on the mountain. But this is our last hope this year. It must help Dad solve this worry. Can add a lot of filial piety points. Dad, there isn't much grass here. I can cut these by myself in one morning. Why don't you go to the apple orchard first? There's going to be a bumper harvest soon. Don't make any mistakes. Good. Finally took away my dad. Before he comes back. Hurry up and try what your ancestors gave you. What is the effect of spiritual spring water? Wow. Wow. This yam. It's actually several times bigger than usual. It smells so fresh. This potion is so awesome. Yams will definitely fetch a good price. While my dad is away, hurry and water the ground. Oops. Such good yam. Dad. Oops, I have been growing yams for decades. I have never seen such a high-quality mountain before. Yeah, there's still a fresh scent. We have a bumper yam harvest this year. I just don't know what will happen more than 10 days later. What will the fruit on our mountain be like? Dad, yam is not on the market yet. The quality of our products is so good, we'll take them to the market tomorrow to sell them. Just right. Packing yams in Tianquan bags. You can sell several carts of yams at one time. Oops. Such good yam. You must take it to the city to sell it. Ginger is still spicy when old. Sell yams. Come and see the yam. Fresh. Young man. This yam is of good quality. How to sell? 60 yuan per pound. 100 yuan for 2 pounds. Hey, young man. Is this your first time doing business? How could you make an arbitrary price? This yam is not on the market yet. The price is naturally expensive. Say it again. Yams of my quality. You probably haven't seen it before, right? Yes, the quality is really good. If it's cheaper, I'll buy 2 pounds. If I give you a cheaper price, aren't they all cheap? How do I do this business? Oh, give me 5 kilograms. I want it too. Give me some too, bao bao. Don't worry, everyone. Bidding market. Take your time. Come one by one. Sold out so quickly. Looks like I need to take out more. Put. Sell yams. Sell yams. Fresh yam. Dad, impact. Tianming. Why did you transfer thousands of dollars to me? I transferred it to you. I still have it here. These? It's all the money I earn from selling yams in the morning. Increase family income. Add 10 to the filial piety value. Tianming. You should take a good rest at home. I'm going to dig more yams in the yam field. Take advantage of the good sales now. You continue to sell tomorrow, okay? Awesome. Sold out again. Walk home. Hey young man. Birdie, don't leave in a hurry yet. I want to talk to you. It can't be the urban management, right? I set up a stall everywhere. The situation is bad. Run quickly. Hey little brother. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a city manager. I am Qin Lianhai, director of the Agricultural Bureau. What's your surname? What's expensive or not? My name is Nie Tianming. Farming in Nanquan village. Oh? Brother Nie. That's it. I'm not hiding it from you. I am the director of the Agriculture Bureau. I discovered this yam at our house. Very good condition. The taste is also special. I take your yam. Sent for testing. If there is no problem, I will be in the county. Large-scale promotion. Grow your variety. When the time comes, our county will lead us. Get rich together. See what you think. Good guy. I originally wanted to sell this for some money, earn some filial piety points. I didn't expect that it would become bigger and stronger. That's great. Ha ha ha, great. Okay, this is my business card. If you need anything, just call me. Director of Agriculture Bureau. Yes. He is going to take our yams. Promote throughout the county. I thought this was a good thing. We'll come back and discuss it with you. Where are we? There are still a lot of yams. Leave some for Director Qin. Okay, you'll give it to him later. Send some yam over there. Let him test it. The spiritual spring water given by ancestors. Watered yams. There must be no problem. Listen to your elders and increase your filial piety by 5. Come. Little brother. Let me tell you some good news. Our yam. The test report is out. Look. According to the test report, Director Qin, please keep your story short. In the final analysis, it's just one sentence. Our yam. Very rare and precious. I want to buy it for planting. Just look at the price. Director Qin, my yam is normal. The price of yam sold to you, delivered to your work tomorrow. Thank you so much. Brother Nie, I own it for our county. Comrade farmers, thank you. You are too kind. Brother, you have a good son. 10 perfect and 10 national creations. Wang Yao Foye, add 10 filial piety points. Then he'll go back quickly. Start preparing for this seed promotion. Okay, you guys are busy. Walk slowly. Bye bye bye. Tianming waits until we get home. Go and have a look in the orchard. Okay, Dad. I don't know about this spiritual spring water. What can the apple be catalyzed into? This spiritual spring water is so magical, right? As soon as I dropped it, its color changed. It smells so good too. Oops. The quality of our apples this year. So good too. It was still green 2 days ago. How come you got familiar with this and this so quickly? It must be our ancestors who are blessing us in heaven. Let's say goodbye when we have time. Remember the ancestors and add 10 to the filial piety value. Wait until these 2 busy days are over. Let's go together. You'll put these fruits in xianquan bags tomorrow. Take it to a big hotel in town. See if you can sell it at a high price. Hello, do you have an appointment? Hello, I'm not here to eat. I want to talk to your manager or supervisor. Hello, sir. I am the manager. What can I do for you? Sir. That. I have very good quality apples. Your hotel should need high-end fruits. We can cooperate. It smells so good. Can I have a taste? Of course. How does it feel? I dare to conclude. Your apples will definitely sell well. How much does your orchard produce? Let's talk about the price first. The price for this quality is not too low. And I don't produce much. I don't care about the price. I am not responsible for acquisitions. But I will give us leadership. Report it. I believe in our leadership. We'll definitely agree to the acquisition. Let's go. Go to our leadership office now. Go discuss purchasing matters. Leadership. This is the owner of the apple. The apples you brought are pretty good, young man. Xiao Xie, go and make a pot of tea, okay? No need. Let's just talk about things. It won't be too much trouble if something comes up later. Okay, then you'll just say it. The apples you brought are good things. I heard from Xiao Xie that the output is not high. We want them all. Bid 30 yuan each. 301. Is the price so high? 30 is already very high. If you agree. I hope the quality of the apples you provide. No less than what you brought today. Okay, I guarantee the quality of the apples. Definitely better than one. How many such rare apples do you have? About 10 acres. More or less. What's wrong? It's too much. You don't want it? No, not all. You'll send someone to pick apples at your place tomorrow. How are the talks about the apple acquisition going? Someone will pick it up tomorrow. And the apples were sold at a good price. Oh, that's great. This year, there is smoke coming out of our ancestral graves. What a bumper harvest. As expected of my mother. You can guess the smoke rising from the ancestral graves. Someone will come to buy it tomorrow. Tonight. Don't make any mistakes. Yes, we take turns on duty tonight. There can be no shortage of people at any moment. No, Mom, you two have a rest. I can do it alone. Can you come here alone? I slept for a long time yesterday. It's probably going to be hard to fall asleep tonight. Say it again. If anything happens, I can just call you. You can rest assured and sleep well then. God damn it. Don't worry about so many things. He's not a child. Can he still ignore this? Oops. That's okay. What if something happens to you? Just call me and your dad. If something goes wrong. See how I deal with you, kid. Got it. If you two were here. How do I study mine carefully? Julinquan bottle. This Juling spring water smells so good. I don't know how it tastes either. Working hard is a blessing, not a curse. It's a disaster that can't be avoided. No reaction. I go. Why does my stomach hurt so much? Did my ancestor do this to me? Is this water poisonous? Drink Juling bottle spring water. Obtain mysterious hidden skills. Activating. This system says that you can obtain hidden skills. Still want to inspire? Forget it, let's go to bed first. Tianming, come out quickly. A beautiful woman is looking for you early in the morning. Uncle Aunt. Nie Tianming's friend. In other words, they are here to buy apple. Welcome, welcome. There are all apples in there. Go and have a look. Manager Xie, you guys go in with my parents to pick fruits. Okay, let's go this way. The hidden skills mentioned by the system yesterday, it hasn't inspired me yet. Why don't you go into the mountains with Zhongsheng and have some fun? Rest. Zhongsheng, why are you staring at my fruit? I'm thinking about your family's fruit cultivation. What's the trick? Why is this crop fruit? One is better than the other. Ancestors bless you. Damn, that's useless. Get your crossbow arrows. Let's go hunting. Okay, go. Hidden skill activation completed. The host obtains heavenly eyes and shunfeng ears. This system is pretty cool. Predicted that I would need it now. This skill sounds really good. Zhongsheng 2 o'clock direction. This rabbit is so fat, enough for a full meal. Tianming, I really belong to you. Targets can be found from such a distance. I have ears. I heard a rabbit coming out from afar. If you don't brag, you will die. Let me try what the clairvoyance can do. What are you doing? You stopped suddenly under this stone in front of me, braving the green light. There must be some treasure. Zhongsheng, let's make a bet. There is definitely something valuable about this stone right now. Isn't it just a piece of broken stone? There are many in the mountains. What kind of treasure can I have? What are you doing? Come and help. Finally finished moving. I haven't seen any babies either. Zhongsheng, I found a treasure. Ginseng is estimated to be a century-old ginseng. Oh, it's true. Tianming, you are so awesome. There is smoke coming out of my ancestral grave. Do you believe it or not? Let's go home. Okay. Oh my god, you really dug this up. Of course. Zhongsheng watched me dig it out with his own eyes. I can open my eyes in this world. I'm probably the only one who discovered the treasure. This allows you to dig out. This is really the virtue accumulated by our ancestors. What should I do with this ginseng? Dad, let's take it to the bar for you. Don't you have backache and leg pain recently? Ginseng is the most nourishing. Father's kindness and son's filial piety increase greatly. Open the ancestral system in advance. The host can now summon ancestors. Great. Although there is no group difficulty now, but Ancestor, I am here to show my filial piety to you. Your dad always smokes cigarettes. Let him quit smoking and everything will be fine. This ginseng. Now it is our family heirloom. No one can move. After this, I want to pass it on to my eldest grandson. Then my life and death are not important. You go away. Ancestors bless. Ha ha ha. Ancestors. How to use this ancestral system? Very simple. Didn't you collect 100 filial piety points? Now you can exchange and inherit one. Ancestral craftsmanship or talent. You can also do it in the future. Meet me anytime. But I don't know now. What skills are needed? Can I wait until next time before choosing to redeem? Okay. When you need, just summon me. System update. To accumulate 20 filial piety points, you can open the Ancestor store. Ancestor, what is this Ancestor store? You will know then. It's not difficult to collect 20 filial piety points. But this ancestral store sounds interesting. Hello? You have nothing to do at home. Come up the mountain with me tomorrow. See if I can catch anything. Okay. Let's meet at the foot of the mountain tomorrow. Okay, okay. I have the Julinkwan bottle given by my ancestors, and Shenkuan bag. I don't seem to need any skills. How about changing to a hunting skill? Ancestors bless. Didn't you just meet your grandson? Ancestors. I know what skills I want to redeem. Yeah. We have ancestors for generations. Are there any hunters? I want to redeem hunting skills. Yes, Na Yong. Craft for hunting. Talent is super physical ability. Descendants Nie Tianming. Please ask your ancestors for permission to inherit. Very strong body. It's a good seed for hunting. Allow inheritance. Hunting is just for survival. Never kill innocent people indiscriminately. Descendants should remember their ancestors' religious teachings. This is amazing. Now I feel full of energy all over my body. Now he is a hunting expert. Going into the mountains tomorrow, I will definitely gain a lot. Hey, don't move. Look at that. There is a snake. Damn it. Really, let's leave quickly. Hey, don't move. This snake has probably spotted us. If we run away rashly, it will definitely attack us. Just look at mine next. You are still smart. Prepare a machete in advance, otherwise, we will explain it here today. Stop talking nonsense now. You stay away. Good. You'll deal with it. Then be careful. I rely on cattle. 3 times, 5 times, and 2 times, the snake was taken down. Dude, cool. How is it? Okay, I'm impressed by you today. You'll call you next time I go up the mountain. That's necessary. Which of us will follow whom? But we agreed today. This snake is mine. You have the final say. Go. Parents. Why are you so tired? Oops, Tianming. What's going on with this snake? Tianming, you okay? Haven't you been bitten by a snake? Can you say this is what I did when I was hunting in the mountains? Otherwise, my parents would be so worried. It will be difficult for me to go up the mountain next time. It's okay. It's okay. Zhongsheng and I picked this up on the road. Look, the snake's head has been crushed. The body is still worth some money. I took it back. If you encounter this thing in the future, stay away from it. What if I'm not completely dead? Got it, Mom. Don't let parents worry. Add 20 to the filial piety value. Filial piety is enough. You should be able to open the ancestral store now. I have to see what it is. Ancestors bless. Ancestors. Grandson. Why did you summon me this time? Ancestors. Mentioned by the system last time. What is the ancestral store? Can it be turned on now? There are all kinds of elixirs in the ancestral store. Magical weapon. Only filial piety points can be redeemed. With your filial piety. Panacea. Sounds pretty awesome too. I want to redeem my ancestors. Successfully redeemed the psychic elixir. Psychic pill. Everything in the world has spirit. After eating it, you can understand the language of the tiger and leopard animals. Out of the mountains and into the sea. Turn bad luck into good fortune. So awesome. Just as good as my hunting skills. Match it. I bid farewell. If you need anything, call me again. Farewell to ancestors. Going up the mountain with Zhongsheng tomorrow. Be sure to try the effect. Tianming. Do you think we can meet a wild boar today? This shouldn't work. Look further inside. Okay. What's wrong? There's a little wild boar in front. As soon as we arrived, we encountered a wild boar. Such good luck. Otherwise, let's work together to catch it. Hey. This should be a lonely little wild boar. Let's work together. It should be more than enough to take it. Okay, tell me what to do. Play it by ear. Follow my command. Zhongsheng, run quickly. Hey, run. Run. Yeah. Awesome, brother. I said, why did you suddenly let me run away? Because when you run away, this little wild boar will treat you as prey. Then all its attention is on you. Relax your vigilance around your surroundings, so I can catch it. Okay. The last time I caught a snake, I was impressed by you. This time I fell to the ground. Ha ha ha. Then we have returned home with a full load now. However, this little wild boar has a lot to say. Dozens of kilograms. How do I get it back? Fortunately, I brought the chincoin back. Let's go back first. You'll get a cart to pull it in a moment. You don't have to worry anymore. Okay, then let's go. I have to perform the next play well. Dad, come and help me. Dad, come and help me. This is... Where did you get this wild boar? Zhongsheng, that stinky boy, he helped me lift half of it and ran away. I'm almost tired. Oops, Tianming. Where did you get this done? What kind of thing is this? Zhongsheng and I were on the mountain, found it while wandering around. Little wild boar cub, let's kill it now. Send one to Zhongsheng. You kid. How dangerous is this? What if I get injured? Parents, don't you think I'm not okay now? Don't worry. Let's do it. What to kill? Such a good thing. It will definitely sell for a good price. Okay. Then I will tomorrow. Go ask Xie Wanjuan. Do they want a hotel? Good. Prepare for a rainy day. Add 5 to the filial piety value. This method of increasing filial piety value quite diverse. You said these days, good things happen to our family. Is there smoke coming out of our ancestral tomb? Dad, a tiger father has no sons. My dad is so awesome. Can his son be any worse? Well, that is. Hey. Tianming. Why are you dressed so handsomely today? Are you coming to the county town for a blind date? Come to my place, by the way. Sister Wanjuan, please stop making fun of me. I just came here specifically. Just wanted to ask. I shot a little wild boar. Do you want? Of course. What you provide are all good things. And today, there is also a well-known domestic painter. Want to come to our hotel just in time to entertain. Famous domestic painter. Selling paintings should be quite profitable. I don't know about my ancestors. Is there anyone who can draw? If I inherit the painting skills of my ancestors, wouldn't it be possible to make another fortune? Tianming. Why are you giggling? Nothing. Sister Nawanjan. Can I meet the painter? Well, of course you can. Call me when you're done that night. You'll just walk around casually. Good. Ancestors bless. Call me today. What's the matter? Ancestors. Is there any painting expert in our Nie family? Well, yes. Nie Mingshan. Craft for painting. Talent is the master of painting. Ancestor applies for inheritance. Yeah. Teacher Li. Next I want to introduce to you a dish and a person. That's it. This is our local wild boar meat. It's especially delicious. Try it. Yeah, wild boar is really delicious. But you said you wanted to give me a surprise. There is another person. Isn't this just wild boar meat? Ah, it's him. He provided this wild boar meat. He learned you were coming. Came here specially to see you, but from what I know about him, he must have prepared it for you. What other surprise? Teacher Li heard about your arrival. Sorry to bother you. Please also understand, young people don't have to be polite. The surprise you prepared for me. It shouldn't just be wild boar meat, right? Of course not. You wait a moment. Poor drawing skills. I also hope that my seniors will criticize and correct me. Whose disciple are you under? Actually, May. Such a wonderful landscape painting. Teacher Li is too praised. This is what I was thinking about. No teacher. I can't always say. Is my ancestor. You probably taught it to me through the air. Think for yourself. This is a unique talent. Please give me a price for this painting. How much did I buy? If there are other paintings in the future, I continue to buy at high prices. Teacher Li. I don't know much about the painting market. As much as you say. So happy. I'm determined to be your friend. Come sit down and eat together. Manager shooting, please sit down and let's eat together. Thank you, Teacher Li. Tianming. Oh no. Teacher Tianming. You really got a lot of income again. You'll buy a car later. Never. Just let your parents ride that tricycle. Parents. Haven't I made money recently? Buy a car for our family. Oh, you said you child. You just made some money. You don't even know how to save some money. What should I do if I get a wife from now on? If the money is gone, can we make more money? ISNT. Why is it inconvenient for us to buy a car? Just buy it if you want. Look at buying such an expensive car. You let us drive. ISNT this a waste. That's it. It must be expensive for a reason, right? Just stop talking, you two. The car is at the door. The key is here. Go, go, go. Be filial to your parents. Add 20 to the filial piety value. Can be exchanged for treasures in the ancestral store. Ancestors bless. Hey ancestors. Yeah. You've earned enough money to buy a car. We descendants of the Nie family. Sure enough, they are all good. I rely entirely on the teachings of our ancestors. Okay. As expected of a descendant of my Nie family. This is a treasure from the ancestral store. Kunlun black iron. It's a reward for being so filial to you. Thank you ancestors. Yeah. I'm leaving first. Farewell to ancestors. Kunlun black iron. Change shape and size at will. Cutting iron like clay. With its help. If you go deeper into the Nantian Mountains, you don't have to worry about safety issues. Tomorrow we will enter deeper into Nanquan Mountain. See if there is any baby. This place is deserted. I guess there is something good about it. The aura around here. It's probably from this Ganoderma lucidum. So high. How to get it off? Forget it. Seeking wealth through risk. Just do it and it's over. Ancestors bless. Ancestor is not free now. The system can reply to the host. Ancestral system. If I get off the cliff later, if it falls, can the ancestral system help me? The ancestral system has not been opened yet. Emergency rescue function. To be improved in the future. Improve in the future. That is to say, current ancestral system, not the final version yet. The perfection of the ancestral system requires the host to provide a large amount of filial piety points and needs to be inherited, a certain amount of ancestral abilities. Oh, I see. That is to say, the more abilities I inherit from my ancestors, the more skills you get. The system will become more complete. Yes. Ancestors bless. You must not let me fall to death. I still have to provide for my parents in their old age. You can't let me become crippled either. In this case, my parents will definitely feel sorry for me. Mom and Dad, I'm back. Did you go up the mountain again? It looks like autumn is coming soon. The wild boar on the mountain, and that blind bear and all that, they are all out looking for food to store for the winter. How dangerous is that mountain? You are not allowed to go there again. Mom, don't be angry. I will definitely go less often in the future, okay? Not allowed to go. Okay, got it, Mom. Come and sit. You won't go there anymore, okay? Considerate parents and filial piety value at 10. Now the value of filial piety, adding faster and faster, can be redeemed immediately. The ancestor's technical talent. Oh right, Tianming. 2 days ago, Xia Wanjuan When someone is sent to collect apples, the trustee brought a message. Said 2 days. Big Bowl rarely has an important reception. Please go and help. I know. Sister Wan Juan called me. Let me send you some ingredients. Good. Someone asks you to do something, just do it well. Understand, Dad? Tomorrow's reception. The city's TV station will broadcast it live. You helped us. The hotel is very busy. Leader, you are welcome. You contribute the money and I contribute the effort. Very fair. Brother Tianming's temperament is straightforward. You go and file an account with the accountant later. The ingredients brought by Brother Tianming today. Direct reimbursement of 200,000. Good. I heard that Mr. Li Qingshu last time. When you come to our hotel, Brother Tianming is here too. He also showed off his amazing painting skills. Your leader has given you too much praise. Mine was just a small fuss. But Mr. Li and I, it was indeed a pleasant conversation. What's wrong? That's just right. Tomorrow's reception. It was headed by Mr. Li Qingshu. Line of painters. Brother Tianming, please stay here today. I can meet Mr. Li Qingshu tomorrow. Dining together. Not a bad idea. Yes, Tianming. Just stay here. I'll arrange the hotel for you. Good. Wow, look. This painting is really good. Picture of lady holding fan. Look how lifelike this person is. So awesome. The painting is good. It's a pity. Just an imitation. Little friend Tianming. Long time no see, Mr. Li. This painting was painted by me. It's imitated by Tang Yin and Tang Bohu. You can recognize its name at a glance. It also looks like it's a fake. Not simple. No. It's just, understand a little bit. Can you give me this old guy again? Explain one or two more lines. Flying vigorously. Image of lady. Very vivid depiction. This image is similar to that of the palace made at that time. Very similar. Really good, really amazing. Little friend Tianming. You and I get along well today. The rural labor scenes you describe. And bizarre things. It's all a feast for my ears. My visit to Mengqing County was not in vain this time. We've known each other for a while. It can be regarded as a year-end acquaintance. I've heard so much about Nanquan village. I can't help but be deeply attracted. Wait until you have time. I will definitely go to Mr. Li. Go to Nanquan village. Last time I came, we didn't drink and talk. I didn't go to Nanquan village either. This time we had a drink and talk. It makes no sense not to go to Nanquan village. Doesn't Mr. Li have other plans tomorrow? There are reporters following. Uncomfortable. Let's go secretly tomorrow. That's it. That. Not so good. What's wrong? Could it be little friend Tianming? Don't want me to go. No, that's it. Let's get drunk tonight. Alas. Let's have breakfast first. We had so much fun chatting last night. Didn't even eat much for dinner. Okay, if I don't eat breakfast, my body will be weak. Can't stand it. Parents. This is Mr. Li. A friend I met in Dewan. Come to our village to collect and create works. Come and have dinner at our house first. Oh, you kid. There is a guest at home. You didn't even say a word. I haven't prepared anything yet. Oh, okay, big girl. Don't bother. Just make some pimple soup. If you have homemade pickled food, pickles with radish, that's better. Oops, okay. Please wait a moment. You'll get ready right now. Sit in the room first. Please. Wow, it's been so many years since I've had this bite. I want to eat it in my dreams. Eat more if you like it. Hey Tianming. Do you have wider paper at home? I have to look for this. You wait a moment. Good. You'll clean it up. Mr. Li. This is all I have at home. Please forgive me. Have a meal at your house. Should paint a picture. As a thank you. Really good. Good. Peony is the only true national color. Flowers bloom in the capital city. Oops. The painting is really bad. You'll wait for a while. Just hang it on the wall. Just hang it on the wall. This seal covers it. These 10 miles and 8 villages. Who can afford such an expensive one? Peony wealth picture. Mr. Lee. We can't stay at my house too long. I guess people from the TV station found us in a moment. Okay. Thank you for your hospitality. Mr. Lee, you are too polite. You are Tianming's friend. He is our guest again. Poor hospitality. Please bear with me. Dad, don't be polite. Take care of Master. Don't worry, Dad. Then we went. Master, walk slowly. Mr. Lee, wait a moment. I called and asked someone to come. Get up the mountain. Thoughtful, filial piety value is increased by 10. Okay, it's so crowded. Mr. Lee, I'm not here for fun. I'm afraid I can't protect you alone. You boy. Come, let's go. That's not bad, right? Today, let's not go into the mountains. It's around here. It won't be, because I, the old man, am here. Just don't say it. Don't listen to his nonsense. The light is not good in the depths. There's no good view either. All trees. Otherwise. Let's today. Thousands of fun things. Just stop showing off. Say it quickly. Hunting birds. Prepare for a rainy day and add 10 to your filial piety value. Can this add filial piety value? What a surprise. I don't know if you are interested. It turns out you were already prepared. Good for bird hunting. Like this, Mr. Lee. You can also see Nanquan village. Clear transparent sky. Or little brother Zhongsheng. That's very thoughtful. One day I am inspired. Create a stunning masterpiece. Invite both of you then. Be my assistant. Okay. Great. Oh, that's great. Oops. It's all this stone's fault. Zhongsheng. Put the beaten birds in the bamboo basket. Let's pack up and go back. Go back. Where are you going back? The county seat. I guess we went down the mountain. The reporters have also arrived in the village. Hey. You can't escape after all. Mr. Lee. Wait until you retire. Come and stay with us. When the time comes, Tianming and I will take you around every day. My old bones can't stand the torture. Why don't you come back to the hotel with me today? Let's talk one more night. Okay. What I wish for. Let's go down the mountain. You see, he sent me a message. You'll listen. Hey little brother. You must be a local. To who you are. Great. Finally found a local. I am. Painters who come here to collect their works. Isn't it too lonely to be alone? You know where. Some people eat fast food. That's it. Sleeping with you. Sleep with me for one night. Early the next morning. Give her money and she'll leave. Are you talking about prostitution? Don't talk nonsense. No nonsense. What about what you just said? I recorded it all. You tell the police. Hey. Integrity. Add 10 to the filial piety value. Nizu really saw the right person. Even if you have something to do with me. But we have no enmity or enmity. There's no need for you to pester me. I won't harm you. I just want to make a deal with you. Transaction. What deal? Are you not a painter? Of course I I want to make a deal with you about paintings. Picture of lady holding fan. Where did you get it? Is it authentic? It's not as if it's authentic. But the technique is no different from that of Tang Bohu's paintings. You also saw the photo. I don't need to say more about the condition. It really looks like the original work of Tang Bohu. Very similar to the copy. But still needs some heat. Can't escape my fiery eyes. This is obviously an attempt to cheat me. So be it. It's not that I don't know how to draw. I'll sell this painting to you for 100,000. You have also seen the quality. Even if it's cheaper for you, 100,000. You are really a lion with a big mouth. A little less. 88,000. No more counteroffers. When will it be delivered? Yesterday, with the right impressions drawn by Mr. Lee. I just painted part of it. I guess I still need his paintings. Borrow it and take a look again. Well, tonight. That's settled. It's a deal. That's how I sold a painting. You kid is really a thief. Eat? Just sell it. It would be unseemly to say this. No. I haven't seen you pretending either. Where did you come from? I need to think of an excuse to get over it. You can't give it to your ancestors. The Chinkuan bag was exposed. Specially prepared for you. Aren't you afraid that you'll be hungry on the way? Okay, I'm hungry. Successfully hide the Ancestor System. Filial piety value 10. Eat. You eat it. Eat more. Hey little friend Tianming. Have you seen any paintings you've been interested in these days? Oops. To others, not that interested. I still like you the most, Mr. Lee. Picture of a lady holding a fan. If you like it, we'll give it to you. Just treat it as, you've taken good care of me these days. This is too expensive. I can't have it. Otherwise, Mr. Lee, just lend it to me and take a look. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Just give it to you. See clearly. You'll go back and draw it later. Sold to that Li Qingxian. Mr. Lee. A gentleman does not take away people's love. I just need to take a look at this painting. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Okay. It's getting late. You'll go back and rest. You should also go back and rest early. You have to go back tomorrow morning. I'm so tired these days. I'm afraid I can't give it to you. Bon voyage. That's okay too. Come and eat. Ah, and there is. Well, aren't you afraid that you won't have enough to eat? This? Master Lee left the door open. I'm waiting for fast food to be delivered to my door. Just go out if you have nothing to do. I'm going to rest. That's how you're treated. Partners. This is the picture I promised you. I'm going back tomorrow. Send it to you quickly. Keep your promise and be filial plus 10. Send me your bank card number. I'll send you the money right away. Don't mention fast food again in the future. That's natural. Another income. Go home and have a good rest tomorrow. Oops, painting makes me exhausted. Gone. Dad. Why are you carrying a sprayer on your back? No need to weed now. This is not a back street. Yao Yao's family. Windows in their homes. All covered by little bugs and moths. All chewed up. Her mother came to our house, borrowed a sprayer. Your mother and I will go there. Didn't you pour the water? No. This is not us going up the mountain when weeding. The rest. Herbicides are also toxic. I just mixed it in. To Yao Yao's family. Special medicine for treating moths. You're all in it. Yes. We have all planted crop fields for so many years. Mix pesticides together, it's no problem. I shouldn't have. Pour a few drops of Juling spring water in. It's better now. Don't say it's a waste. Juling spring water added poison. It's okay, you'll just ask. Don't let the potion open the doors and windows of Yaoiro's house soaked. God damn it. Not good. Come and have a look at my house. It's over. 80% of it is the potion. What role did it play? Good. Hey, look. Doors and windows of our home got eaten straight away. Half of the moths were poisoned. Remaining all flew away. Could it be? What did you catch? Is it something unclean? The usual ants and moths. How can it be so powerful? I'm confused too. I'm thinking about going out for a walk. Let the smell spread through the house. Afraid of choking. Come back and have a look. The doors and windows are like this. Alas, what's there? Unclean things. This must be poison. This must be poison. It irritated them. In this hole of theirs. There were originally many ants living there, and moths. You need to stimulate them, wake them up. Then the doors and windows were all chewed up. The others who ran out. What to do about ants and moths could it be? Have you been chewing on other people's doors and windows? Bird eats worm. Use thrushes to deal with them. Couldn't be more appropriate. Just before in the system. Exchange the magic pill. Can talk to animals. Can you come down and help me? There are many in our village. Moth ant. Can you come down and help me eliminate them? Call all your friends. I have something good for you. Well done. I will. We'll come to see you often. There is something going on over there in the village. You'll go over and take a look first. Goodbye. Tianming. Where did you go? Are you afraid? Get yourself into trouble. Ran away. Oops. Mom, I said you are too. You miss your son so much. Is your son like that? You miss me so much. You'll definitely go out and look for it. There's a solution. So have you found it? Not yet. Cut. But I heard. A flock of thrushes came to the village. Eat those ants and moths. That's almost it. Cut. Our family is here too. And aimed at the inside of our house. Kowtow. It symbolizes our family. I want to look rich and noble. In here. Blessed by ancestors. Great wealth. It's a sure thing. Yeah, your dad is also true. You'll be busy in the future. Just stop helping. We think it's a good intention, but others don't think so. Maybe behind the scenes. What do you say about us? Hey. Your dad is not happy to hear it anymore. After this, he suffered the loss. Alas, it's just a pity. The doors and windows of Yaoiro's house, all wood. All destroyed. Wooden. Yes. Mom, there's something wrong with me. I'm leaving first, hey? Each of these. Don't care about me anymore, really. Ancestors bless. Ancestors. You came so late this time. Is it because something happened? Just fell asleep. Ha ha ha. Descendants. What happened this time? Last time because some of my own mistakes caused losses to others. I feel very sorry. Thinking of making some amends. How do you make up for it? My filial piety value you should have saved enough can be exchanged for an ancestor. Get his. Are you gifted with skills? I want to redeem. Carpenter talent. Ha ha ha. What about you? Carpenter again. Another hunter's. Don't you think about it? Exchange one directly. Are you a millionaire? Our Nie family. But there are many rich people. Then why in my life? There are no rich people. I rely on The ancestral system in this world, already very cheating. I don't want to let myself be completely rely on ancestral system. Rely on ancestral system. Inherit those from our ancestors' skills and talents. Inherit tens of thousands of assets is different. Oh? Different. What's the difference? Inherited from ancestors. Skills and talents. Not only can you improve yourself, can also help me obtain tens of thousands of assets. Even can also help others. Yeah. Good. As expected of a descendant of my Nie family. As expected of the person I chose. Our Nie family ancestors. Indeed there is one. Skilled carpenter. I will inherit you now. Junior, I hope you won't let it down. My expectations for you. The descendants will do their best. With the skills I inherited, we'll definitely be able to make one very good doors and windows. Return it to Yao Yao's family. Can it be given to our family? Make something. Who is cutting down trees here? Grandpa Nie Tianming. I thought it was a tree thief. Why are you cutting down trees here? This is not Yao Yao's family. Are the doors and windows broken? I'm thinking of remaking it for her. You kid. He can actually be a carpenter. Give me one another day. Okay. Wait until I finish their house. No need. I don't lack anything. Our village. That recent incident. Have you heard? What's going on? Oh? That thing about intangible cultural heritage? Right. Nuo dance in our village. Haven't you always been famous? Just these years. Decline. So the village thought. In this way. Keep spreading. Oops. My old bones. Can't be of much help. Just hope, you young people. Use more force. Grandpa Chen, don't worry. You'll finish this. You'll go take a look. Good. Then you should be busy first. You'll go for a walk in the mountains. Okay, you walk slowly. Help villagers. Filial piety value 10. Enter. Hey. Director. I have a way. Let our Nuo dance. The application for World Heritage was successful. True or false? Oops. Today's young people. None of them are interested in Nuo dance. The age of the older generation. It's also getting bigger gradually. I can't even dance anymore. If this continues, Nuo dance is about to disappear. I can only apply for heritage. Protected it. Nuo dance is ours. Traditional dance. Must be combined with modern culture. Only then can it be rejuvenated. Leave this to me. Tianming. You still have many ideas. Let me be the director. A big stone hanging in my heart. Landed. Helping villages. Filial piety value 10. Director. I am also from Nanquan village. Part of. You should also contribute one's own strength. Now you young people. Enough to accept Nuo dance. I will go to the County Cultural Bureau tomorrow. Apply for intangible cultural heritage. That's it for our village. Get more wealth. Hello? You are here to apply for Nuo dance heritage. Right, what's wrong? Yesterday afternoon, when we are about to get off work, someone comes to perform Nuo dance. Application has been passed. Application has been passed. Is it Nanquan village? It's from Hu village, so please come back. Hu village. This damn Hu village. Take a look. Director. The materials are very well prepared. It should be no problem to apply for World Heritage. Who says it's not? I originally thought everything will go well. But I went to the County Cultural Bureau. They told me, what kind of Hu village next door? It has been applied for as a heritage. Now I want to apply for heritage. I can't even apply for inheritance. Fortunately, Nuo dance begins. Accepted by more people. Director, don't worry. Leave this to me. Ancestors bless. Ancestors bless. Ancestors. I've been in trouble lately. I also want to ask for your help. Is it a matter of Nuo dance being applied for World Heritage status? How do you know? To tell you the truth. What you've been through. I know almost everything. Not bad. Never done anything bad. Otherwise, you will suffer disaster. Now that you know. What should I do? Hu ethnic village next door. Over the years. They are all against our village. More than just applying for World Heritage. In other ways. Don't deal with it either. Before. I don't want to get involved. Things in your world. However, they push themselves further. It seems. I have to take action. Ancestors. You. How to prepare. This? You don't need to ask more. Wait for tomorrow. You go to the County Cultural Bureau again. Just reapply for World Heritage. What's the use of me going there again? Road debt. Go with peace of mind. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ancestors. Hello? In here for that Nuo dance was inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage list. Are you from Nanquan village? How do you know? Yesterday your village, someone came. He said he wanted to apply for Nuo dance heritage, and I told him Nuo dance has been applied for World Heritage status. He went back. Someone also came this morning. Withdrawal of the application for Nuo dance as World Heritage. So I guess you are from Nanquan village, and you know, why did he withdraw his application? I don't know the details either. But when he comes, looking quite panicked, still muttering, I was wrong, I was wrong. Did our ancestors use it? What method? Scared him like that. Okay, then you can apply for it for me. Yeah. Director, hey. Our Nuo dance, the application for World Heritage was successful. I know. Wasn't it yesterday that I was killed by the village next door? Has the application been successful? Our village has been successfully applied for World Heritage. What? Are you sure? Yes. You'll go there in the morning. County Cultural Bureau. We applied for World Heritage. It was successful. Oops, Tianming. Great. Thank you so much. What method did you use? There's nothing I can do. I just told the County Cultural Bureau. Explained the situation. Just pass. Okay, okay. Oops. In our village, make an event. Celebrating Nuo dance's successful application as World Heritage. You must come then. You are a great hero. Good. Definitely. If it's okay, you'll leave first. I won't give it away. Good. Alas, I also tell you this good news. Notify. Hey. Tianming. How many days have you? The autumn harvest is over. What have you been doing? Stay away from home every day. Is it again? Go up the mountain secretly. Treasures in the Chinkuan bag. Enough for me for a long time. No need to go up the mountain. Mom. You awarded me. After the mountain ban. I've never been there once. This horn sounds. I have an unknown premonition. Dad. Don't speak too early. Ha ha ha. Nuo dance in our village. Official application for World Heritage was successful. Here I represent our village. Thank you Nie family Nie Tianming. It was with his help. Nuo dance can be successfully applied for World Heritage. Mom. I know this time. What am I going to do? Dad. Nothing bad. Let it happen. Cut. Our son has made his mark. After this, your dad and I walked to the village. It feels different. Not that exaggerated. But what about my son? What did you do? It really gave us a face. Don't even look at it. Whose son am I? Both civil and military. Proficient in everything. You are indeed your father's son. This one can flatter you again. Can brag again. Tianming. 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 What are you doing in a hurry? Uncle Nye and Aunt Nye are also here. Your family. Has the water been cut off? Stopped. What's up? That. Don't be in a hurry. Cut. This time period. Every year. How many days should I stop drinking water? Every household will. Prepare in advance. It'll be here in 2 days. No big deal. No. This time is different. The county has sent people to check. I didn't find out the reason for a long time. I said I would check with Tianming. Is there any way? You kid. Everyone in this county is looking for people. It's no use. What's the use of looking for him? As not a professional. Parents, let's do this. Anyway, I'm fine now. You'll go check it out with Zhongsheng. Okay, let's go. Let's go, uncle. Hey. Good. Director, Tianming. Zhongsheng. Why are you here? Director, this, so are we. Be part of the village. We are in trouble in this village. We want to contribute, don't we? Yes. Great. This is from our county, geological team. Li Qinghai Master Li. Oh? Master Li. These two. He's from our village. Very outstanding young man. Nie Tianming. Zhongsheng. Hello? Hello? Master Li. Our village will have no water supply this year. Why is it so serious? We just already surveyed. Didn't find your village. There is a sound of water flowing from the underground main well. Very likely. It's the groundwater that has changed its course. What should I do? Now look at. The best way is, divert water from other places. But this requires a lot of funds. A while and a half, you shouldn't be able to take it out either. So I'm afraid. What are you afraid of? Just say it directly, Master Li. I'm afraid your village will be stuck for a long time. The dilemma of water outage. You can stop for a day or two. You always stop here. No way, yes. Then now, there is really no way. Make it come to water. Unless... Is there some magic? Where is the magic? If there was magic. I don't have to do that either. I'm anxious. Magic. I have. Master Eli. Do we have a rope? Yes. What's wrong? I want to go down and have a look. Definitely not. This is too dangerous. Tianming, can you come? Already treated our Nanquan village. Great contribution. You still have to go down the well. In case there is anything wrong with it. How should I explain to your parents? How should I explain to the villagers? Hey, director, don't worry. I have ancestors to protect me. Absolutely no problem. Zhongsheng. You say so? Me. Yes. Master Li. Give me the rope. Come. Tie on. Don't worry anymore. Be careful. Tianming brothers. Pay attention to safety. What's the problem underneath? Just shout. We'll pull you up right away. Good. Zhongsheng, help me. Be careful. Alas. Alas. Oops. Not up yet. Tianming has been down there for so long. Why haven't you come up yet? Don't worry. Tianming will be fine. What to do? Coming up. Tianming. Be careful. It's calculated. The director is worried about you. Be careful. Tianming, you okay? Oops. Just be fine. Tianming brothers. Find underneath. Is there any problem? I didn't find anything wrong with it. But probably in 5 minutes, water from this well will come. Are you sure? Okay. This is no joke. My soul-gathering treasure spring magic. It's not just bragging. Angstrom. This? It's really coming up. There is really water. Okay, Tianming brothers. How did you do it? Oops. Let me, a professional. Everybody admires you. Master Li, you are overly complimentary. There's nothing I can do. But when I go down, the water comes up on its own. Ha 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 ha. Tianming. Say nothing more. The last application was successful. You have the greatest credit. This time. Here comes the water. You are indispensable. Wait until you return to the village. We gather all the villagers. You'll hold a commendation meeting for you. Made a huge contribution to the village. Filial piety value 10. Director, you don't have to do this. A lot of trouble. Can contribute to the village. It's my responsibility. No need to give any awards. Director. In your village there is such a promising young man. You must cherish it. That's for sure. Ha 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 ha. Director. Master Li. If nothing happens. Well, go back first. When I went down just now. Very tired. Right. Go back quickly. Go back and rest quickly. Then let's go. Have a good rest. Slow down. Goodbye. Tianming. Zhongsheng comes to find you. Is the matter resolved? Solved. The water will probably come soon. You solved it. How can I do that? I just go to the main well underwater. Take a look. What? Viewed from below the main well. How dangerous is that? You kid. Not at all reassuring. Mom is okay. Look, isn't this on me? Is it good? I'm tired too. Let's go back and rest first. Hey. Ancestors bless. Ancestors bless. Ancestors. Ancestors. This coin. It's me. Found it while underground. I looked at it and other coins are different. So I just put it. Came back secretly. Take a look. You guessed it right. This copper coin. It's really not simple. If I guess correctly. It should be Han Dynasty. Money from the period of Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty. Han Dynasty. That should be right. This kind of coin. Base value is very high. The material is also very special. This was at the time also rare. Then this, doesn't it count? Rare treasures. Then I am not. Get rich. This coin. It counts. National treasure level. Are you sure? To take possession of? Just kidding. I have this evil intention. Not so brave. I will tomorrow just go to the county. Give it to museum. Good. If it's okay, you'll take my leave first. Ancestors walk slowly. Director Qin. Now. Agriculture Bureau with the museum. There are also work contacts. Who says it's not? In this museum, there are some on display. Decades, even the age, more distant. Crop specimens. We are closest. Developing new crops. Planting in winter. Very suitable. And museums are crops on display. Quite a bit similarities. So, come this time. I just want to borrow it back. Take a look. It's all here. What about you? Why are you here at the museum? Probably not. Come and play. I am a farmer. There's nothing elegant about it. Look at these. I can't understand. Brother Tianming. Really good at making fun of myself. Then come this time. What do you mean? This is Tang Dynasty. Oh no. It's from the Han Dynasty. Copper coins. How do you know? In the early years, I have studied history. What a pity later. Forced to make a living, gradually. Just don't mention it. Director Qin is really very knowledgeable. Admire. Brother Tianming. Not only kidding myself, that's teasing me. This level is also flowing hem. But then again, you come this time. Museum. I plan to use this copper coin. Submit to museum. Indeed. I keep it for myself. It's of no use. Better to hand it over to the state. Tianming brothers. What a person you are. It must be this. Just right. I know them. Curator of museum. This way. Just wait for me. You'll find it for you. Good. Thank you, Director Qin. Wait. Oops, little brother. Lao Qin just told me. Thank you so much. This is museum, Curator Wu. It might have been just now. So excited. A little gaffe, don't mind. It's okay. Only then does it appear. Curator Wu, very close to public opinion. Little brother, your copper coin, can it? Let me take a look. Tianming brothers, you really? I plan to take this copper coin, give it to the museum. This belongs to country's finances. It's natural for me to turn it in. Protect cultural relics. Filial piety value 10,000 years. Oops, brother. Gratitude to you. There are no words to describe it. Another day, I will definitely pay you a visit. Ha 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 ha. Alas, there's no need to be polite. I have something else to do. Then you'll leave first. Alas. Good. We give it to you. Go. Emma. This pennant. I was also surprised. Just before you come back. Not long after. How many people came? Said it was from the county museum. Say it's you to the county museum. Make a great contribution. Specially sent a banner. Express thanks. Stayed in the county for a little longer. The banner was delivered. No one has this speed. This pennant. It also has your name written on it. I still wanted to ask him. Is this true? Is it a mistake? Later they were sure. I still want to wait for you to come back. Ask you again. But they said, the county is busy with work. Everyone is gone. Oh, Tianming. You. Museum. If you don't have it, let's take this banner. Give it back to him. Oops. Mom. This pennant is. Your son is mine. I just came back from the county museum. When did you? Went to the museum, your county museum. What significant contribution have you made? I wasn't a few days ago. Did you go down a well? In the well. Picked up a copper coin. Then what? This copper coin is from the Han Dynasty. You'll hand it over. Museum. Very rare. There is also this matter. Didn't I rush to say it? Oops. Our son has a future. Stronger than you. Blue is better than blue. Filial piety value 10. No. This system. I also think I'm better than my dad. I'm not here to follow. You two are talking nonsense. I went for a walk in the fields to the west. Yo, look at this. Dad, wait for me. I will go too. It's going to be winter soon. A large area of farmland. They all have to become field terriers. Winter indeed. Not suitable for growing crops. But why do we? Planting without building a greenhouse. Where are the crops? Village. This idea has been raised a long time ago. But until now, no one dares. How? You want to try? Yeah. The villagers have never tried. I want to do. First person to try. Catch every opportunities to make money. Let your parents go as soon as possible. Live a better life. Okay. If you are determined. I am a father. I will definitely support you. That, when will it start? The sooner the better. Building a greenhouse takes time. If it's too late, you will miss the time to sow. Good. Then let's do it as soon as possible. Build a greenhouse. Find someone to do these things for me. What about you? There must be more important things to do. Get father's approval. Filial piety value 10. Yes. Ancestral system. I will definitely be able to provide it. Great help. Ancestors, I want in winter. Grow crops. Can you provide me any advice or help? Yes, there is. But you belong. It's not a good farming season. The results you get. I'm afraid the effort you put in. Not proportional. I know. But I'm ready. Even if it fails, I don't regret it either. Good. Are you willing to take filial piety points? Exchange it? Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Technology for planting. The gift is to understand each crop habits. Young people. Good luck to you. Thank you, ancestors. With the help of Nie Tianming's ancestors. Also added. The function of dueling backward. It will definitely succeed. Parents. Tianming. I just told you what you said yesterday. Planting matters. Told your mother. Your mother is also very supportive. Why don't you change clothes early in the morning? Just go with me. Go to work in the fields. Tianming. Just go ahead and do it. Your dad and I are very supportive. Yeah. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. My family is so polite. Thousands of things. Me and your dad, go and work on the greenhouse. What about you? What's the plan? Last night, checked the information. Decided to plant cucumbers. Because cucumbers are in winter, few people plant it. Compared to summer. Its sales. Not reduced at all. And the greenhouse. Perfect for cucumbers. Growth environment. But. Good or good. But. Plant cucumbers now. Probably not easy to find. I know this too. So I contacted you yesterday. Director Chin. He said he had cucumber seeds, and it's a new species being studied. So I will look for it. Director Chin takes it. Good. At noon we should. The greenhouse is being set up soon. Well, prepare it in the afternoon. Sow seeds. Yes. Go and do your work quickly. Yeah, your dad and I will go and do some work first. Then pay attention to safety on the road. We are waiting for your good news. Director Chin is busy. Visit unexpectedly. Excuse me. What words? Me. I'm just waiting for you. Ha ha ha. But then again. Little brother Tianming. You are so courageous. Dare to try so boldly. Me to you. It's sincere admiration. Attract admiration from others. Filial piety value 10. NA. Director Chin, you are overly flattering. If you don't give me, provide cucumber seeds, my idea, it can't be implemented either. Hey. I didn't do anything. It's just little brother Tianming. Plant cucumbers this winter. Not only is the output uncertain, and no matter from doping builds or other aspects, this cost will be a big increase. Once this is a loss, this year's harvest, it's possible that they all have to ride in. Director Chin, these are the questions you mentioned. I know everything. But I believe I can do it. Good. Then I wish you success. Thank you, Director Chin. Then you'll leave first. Good. Walk slowly. Parents. Tianming. I spent the morning with your dad. Just set up the greenhouse. I'm not holding you back. Parents, you have worked hard. What's the hard work? We can make money at home. Oh right, that cucumber seed. Did you bring it back? I'm back. Give. Yeah, okay. Everything is ready. I only owe east wind. What's the east wind, Mom? Oops. Me and your dad built in the morning when we were in the greenhouse. This found this. There is no fertilizer in the soil at all. What if we don't fertilize? This can't be grown at all. This way. You'll buy fertilizer later. Probably not good. Fertilizer now. Not only is it expensive, and they are all leftovers from the first half of the year. No nourishment. Juling Baoguo. Wait until the cucumbers are sown. The effect is good. It's a bit of a waste to use it now. What to do? Oh, what a brainless person. Think quickly. Ancestor Nie Tianming. Mastered fertilizer preparation method. Fish offal mixed with plant ash. Ancestors are worthy of being ancestors. Method ideas. Just a lot. Mom. Leave this to me. Good. You and Dad also put the greenhouse built. Take a rest first. You'll sprinkle some on the ground later. Juling Baoguo. Cucumber growth and harvest. Very good. Feed Zhongsheng. Take a look. You often catch fish. You should know where. Fish guts. Get me more. You'll get it from you later. Tianming. What do you want the fish offal for? Mom is like this. Plant ash. Like fish guts. Can synthesize organic fertilizer. There are a lot of vegetation ash in our village. Fish internal organs are not easy to get rid of. Zhongsheng. He often catches fish. Do you know where there are a lot of fish guts? Like this for a while. You'll get the plant ash first. Then go find Zhongsheng. Let's strive for this afternoon. Just apply fertilizer. Okay. That's okay. Okay, you'll go first. Go ahead. Good. Parents. I just planted cucumbers. You are in a hurry. Why did you call me back? What are you hesitating about? Is there anything I can't say? Tianming. Just now when you were in the fields. How many people came from our village? I have to plant cucumbers together. Let me talk it over with your dad. It's just useless. You said our family is also investing. Take the lead. It's okay to make money. If this is a loss of money, that villager, don't blame us to death. This time you look at me. I promise to let them. Admiration for us. What can you do? Don't act blindly. This, I still have a sense of proportion. However, you don't want to go with them. Plant cucumbers together? It's not that I don't want to plant it, rather. First try in the village. The risk is certainly not small, so I dare not let them. Try it with me. Your dad is right. Here, our family this year, I made a lot of money. This investment fund, it's no problem. But it's different from us. Even if we lose money, no impact. But what about them? If you take a wrong step, or maybe a little careless, that year's efforts, it's all in vain. What's more, this problem is you proposed. Many times, no matter what problems you encounter, you have to be the first to stand up. Me and your mother. I'm worried about you. Yes. Parents. You have all considered it comprehensively. But he came directly to our house. It means they will not give up until the goal is achieved. They want to cooperate, growing cucumbers. They must participate. What to do, this way. You'll go find the director. See what he said. Then you go and talk it over. But don't show off. Went? Go ahead. Go ahead. Tianming. Sit down, sit down. Tianming. You came just in time. I happen to have something going on. I want to discuss it with you. It's about cucumber. That's right. Uncle Wang came to see me, also for this matter. Tianming. I heard you planted greenhouse cucumbers. Young people are so courageous. Uncle Wang has given me the award. Uncle Wang also wanted to plant cucumbers with me. That's right. I came to the director just because I wanted to. He'll tell you through the director. But now you are here. He'll tell you personally. No problem. We can build one cucumber cooperative. Unified planting. For sale. Minimize this risk. Maximize revenue. Can also be avoided. Some farmers. Personal issues. But there is a requirement. This is the cooperative. I must be the director. It's this leader. Tianming. You have only been farming for a few years. Why let us, people who have been farming for half their lives, listen to you? Uncle Wang. Don't worry first. You'll be the leader here. Definitely not forgiving. Seek profit for yourself. Instead, they will bear greater risk. You know this. Moreover, you also saw it. Our harvest this year. Otherwise, you won't come to the cooperative either. Uncle Wang. Tianming is right. And planting cucumbers in greenhouses. It was also proposed by their family. Say it again. Give some to young people. Opportunity to exercise. Isn't that great? Okay. I hope Tianming will not let down the director and the trust we all have. Warm reminder. There will be huge hail in 3 days. Please pay attention to protection. When will this system? There's also a weather forecast function. I go. It seems like my ancestors are reminding me, take good care of cucumbers. This weather forecast is for 3 days. It's sunny all day. Within weeks, it's sunny. This ancestral system, something went wrong? No? I would rather believe that there is. Can't believe it. Uncle Wang. Villagers, after building the greenhouse, let them immediately prepare hail netting. 3 days later there was a huge hailstorm. Where is the hail? The weather forecast says it's been sunny for the past few days. And the growers' homes. No hail nets were prepared. If you go and prepare, still need to buy. This cost is not low. Uncle Wang. This is about income of all farmers. Okay. You'll notify them now to prepare. Listen to system recommendations. Filial piety value 10. Tianming. Zhongsheng, Tianming. Are you polite? You don't know how to enter other people's homes. Knock on the door first. Knock on Yang first. What, doing bad things? Are you okay? It's okay, go away. Hey Tianming. If you don't tell me, you are so awesome. This weather forecast. They say there is no hail. You really got it right. It's raining. I put the anti-hail net in my house. Once it's built, it'll come to you. Not a buddy yet. Watch the sky at night. I knew it 2 days in advance. Notify you. Otherwise, the loss will be huge. I tell you, just brag. Have that ability. The Weather Bureau has asked you to leave a long time ago. Hey. This cucumber. Almost done. Ready to sell. Have you found your sales channels? Found it. Big Bowl Fresh Hotel. At that time, I went to see Director Qin when taking that medicine. Just settled the acquisition. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you in advance. The matter of acquisition. Haha. Otherwise, we are still brothers. It's the beautiful manager who comes. It's because I gave it to them before, when providing food. She came to buy it all. If I guess correctly. Is he the lobby manager? He can also be responsible for acquisitions. How to say? You two have fun. Are you okay? It's okay, go home. Sleepy and sleepy. Angstrom. I'm leaving. This piece. I tell you. Yeah. Beautiful sister, long time no see. Don't interrupt. Monsieur came to work. Okay. Tianming. Your orchard. How's the business going? Have you met many difficulties? It's been a long journey. It's really hard. Just let people load the car directly. Farmers. Almost all the picking has been done. Hello? Your purchase price, how much is it? It's market price. Twice. Didn't Tianming tell you? How much? Uncle Wang. You don't have to worry anymore. I talked to manager Xie before. They have cooperated with the hotel. Their prices. The offer has always been relatively high. Wow. I'm going to urge everyone. Pick as soon as possible. Manager Xie, you don't need. Check it. What is the quality of the fruit? You planted them all. In relief. Say it again. What's the problem? He'll come find you again. You can't run away anyway. Good. I think this is similar. All installed. Okay, Sister Wang Juan. He'll send it to you in a moment. Okay. Manager Xie, you should be busy first. If anything happens, let's call. Okay, let's get in touch later. Okay. Stop looking. So reluctant to part with it. I don't even bother to care about you. Don't interrupt. I still have a lot of things to do. Go and get busy. Hey. What are you doing? Uncle Wang, thank you. What can I thank you for? I was against you at first. When this cooperative, where is the leader? I know. You are all thinking about farmers. I did it for them later. Many things. Thank you. You really don't need to thank me. Your abilities, everyone sees it. Don't say it's this orchard planting cooperative. Even if there is another one in our village in the future, other cooperatives, I still recommend you be the leader. To tell you the truth, Uncle Wang, I do want to do it. Other cooperative ideas. but I'm too busy now. No time to prepare. It's okay. Ready. The first one to come to you, Uncle Wang, is me. I am the first to support you. Good. I am the first to support you. Good. Young and promising. Filial piety value 10. Mom. Yeah. I want. In front of the mountain closed by heavy snow. Go to the mountains again. The mountain will be closed soon. The wild boar and bear blind man on this mountain. They are all going out to look for food for the winter. What are you doing up the mountain? How dangerous is that mountain? Oops. The children are all grown up. So big. Own safety. You'll definitely take care of it. You too, you too. It's okay to go, Paul Zhongsheng. It's safer for two people. Okay, Mom. He'll help you carry it, no need. Let your dad take care of it. It's fine anyway. Just sit there and rest. It's been a busy day. Obey. Anyway, you have a moment. Won't let me be idle either. Dad. Tianming. But then again. This is so good. Why do you want to go up the mountain? Keep secret for now. You will know then. You kid. Still making excuses. Eat quickly. Hey Tianming. Just stop showing off. Why did you call me? I still haven't said anything yet. Don't worry, you'll know later. Yes, right here. Well, put things in a while. Put it here. Then we hide in. Woods behind. Go. Let's hide in the woods. No. As you do. It's about hunting. What can we catch? And, your method is too clumsy. We don't have the tools yet. Keep quiet and catch the wild boar alive. Just this handful of nuts a cart. And we'll catch wild boars alive. Just don't get caught alive by a wild boar. This is no ordinary nut. This is the gathering of spiritual energy from heaven and earth. Wise nut. The wild boar will come later. Nuts will knock the boar down. We are both responsible. Pull it back. Your bragging skills. There is really no one left. Stop talking nonsense and hide it. Tianming, we've been waiting for. Don't talk for 2 hours. It's been an hour and a half. Stop talking about wild boar. Not even a pig hair was seen. Go home. You haven't heard of it. I can't eat hot tofu in a hurry. Hey, you listen. Something is coming close. Probably a wild boar. You can pull him down. I didn't listen to anything. Hey, look. Me. What a wild boar. What should we do? Wait and see what happens. Hehe. Go. Go catch wild boar. What are you doing? You don't want your life. Take a look at this wild boar. That's a mature female. The attack power is strong. 3. Paw. Me. Hehe. Tianming. Your nuts are really fine. I'm on the nuts. A drop of the spirit gathering fountain. That scent of wild boar is impossible. Can't help but not eat. Another drop of Mongolian sweat medicine. Little wild boar. Isn't it easy to catch it? What kind of spirit has become? What spirit has become? I dripped on the nuts. Mongolian sweat medicine. Can it survive? You told me earlier. You're pretending to be a fool here. Isn't this funny to you? I didn't expect you to actually believe it. Hey, this female wild boar meat is plump. It must taste good. Is that left for you to eat? Female wild boars need to give birth. By then, we still have to put it back. Protect animals. Filial piety value 10. Cut. Then you are really caring. But what's the use of you? Are you 100,000 wise? Stop inking. Go back quickly. Brother, when will this pig grow up? So small. This pig is you. Where did you get it? It was caught on the mountain. Yes. Brother Tianming's idea. Caught it easily. However, I still don't know. What is he doing catching this pig? Tianming. You give us. Forget it. You give it back to your friend Zhongsheng selling the goods. Okay, I said not yet. I catch wild boars. It's for breeding with domestic pigs. Domestic pig meat is fatty. And the wild boar is just fine. Merge this. That's a good idea. However, it is difficult to operate. Still big. This is also very uncontrollable. Of course I know that. Anyway, let's try it, right? Nothing to lose. Ego. I have a pigsty at home. There are also pigs raised. Keep it in your yard. It's not a problem. How about I take it home? Okay. That's great. Maybe we can still stay with him. Was the breeding successful? Ha 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 ha. Go back, Tianming. If anything happens, we'll call you. Okay, then you have more. Be careful. Angstrom gone. Slow down, brother. Good. Tianming. Tianming. Come back quickly. What's up? So anxious. What happened? Something happened indeed, but it's a good thing. Hey, this wild boar just woke up, just mated with my pig. You said it's in estrus now. The boar tasted a little. Juling Baogua. I can understand it. What was your intention in getting here? Is it so powerful? So fast? I'm not talking about your pigs, just like you. I'm in estrus all year round. Get out of here. Let me tell you, if this pig is mated, you have to give me two, high and low, indispensable for you. But this matter, you have to be more attentive. Don't worry, you can. I'm here. You'll go to the village later. Let's discuss it with Director Zhao, about starting that cooperative. You. Let's go, no problem. Okay, then you'll leave first. Go ahead, brother, slow down. Hey. I Tianming. Director, drink water. No thank you. Tianming. Cucumber growing cooperative. It was very successful. Many farmers. I also made a lot of money along the way. Haven't thanked you yet. The director is here this time. There happens to be something. Want to discuss with you. In the past 2 days, I have been traveling from the mountain. Hunted a female wild boar with Zhongsheng's pigs. Successfully bred. Nothing unexpected. Just a few months. Give birth to piglets. The little piglets will grow up next year. Can give birth again. It can then be expanded. We can do this. Catch a few more in the mountains. Guilt. After they mate and give birth. Put it back in the mountains. In this case, we can get many little wild boars. Then we can expand production. Set up another breeding cooperative. That's a good idea. Our village. The breeding industry is already lagging behind. Rapeseed leaves. Can you feed pigs? Yes. Feces can be used as fertilizer. This is a very good production chain. My thoughts with the director, coincidentally. But the problem now is that our cooperative. Can it be built now? The villagers are immersed in the joy of making money. Go talk to them now. Relatively easy to accept. Wait 2 days. I celebrate the cucumber cooperative. Good harvest. Call everyone out for a meal. Let's talk about this until then. Okay. Everyone has almost eaten. Let me say a few words. Everyone knows. I called you here today. It's to celebrate our rural cucumber cooperative. Bumper harvest. Actually, there is one more thing. This matter. Let Tianming tell everyone. Hey. First, thank you all. In the process of growing cucumbers, give me support. I also fulfilled my promise. Make money with everyone. Today, what I want to say is, I want to build a breeding cooperative. Specific details. It's all reflected in the contract. Please take a look at it. This contract. I probably looked at it too. We are all rural people. Little literacy. But I know. Tianming can lead. We all make money. This contract. I'm the first to sign. Come to Tianming. Brother Wang has signed it. Then all of us. There is no reason not to sign. But our village. No experience in breeding. Encountered some technical difficulties. What to do? Please rest assured about this. I have invited someone. Professionals. In a few days, will come to our village. Good. The director also spoke. Then I sign. Thank you all for your support. Let us together. Make money and become rich. Good. Ha ha ha. Good. Work hard to make progress. Filial piety value 10. Angstrom. What are you doing? Stealing pigs in broad daylight. Who stole the pig? Who stole the pig? Can you please stop spewing blood? Is it okay to stop spewing blood on people? Don't make excuses. You take pictures with your phone. What else are you doing if you're not stealing pigs? Why do you have a crush on this pig? Come with me to the village department and explain. Zhongsheng. Hey, director, what are you doing? Why do you want to win over someone? Not the director. I'm going to the village headquarters to find you. She's here to steal a pig. I was caught red-handed. What about stealing pigs? This is what I graduated from Agricultural University. Invited students. Come and help us with breeding. I just brought him back. I went there just now. Put your luggage away. Apologize quickly. Sorry. Optimistic. This is my student ID card. I'm not here to steal pigs. Zhongsheng. Give Tianming a call. Let him come over. Let me introduce it to them. Director. I Tianming. You are here. Let me introduce you. This is me from. Invited by Agricultural University. Graduate student. Just come to help us. Breeding expert. Lin Xiaoyu. This one. That's Nie Tianming. That is. Proponent of breeding cooperatives. Later. You communicate more. Hello. Young and young. He is an expert. Nice to meet you. Hello. You can propose it at a young age. Establish a breeding cooperative. Admire, admire. I just said she was a pig thief. She won't hold a grudge, right, Miss Lin? He just said you were a pig thief. I apologize to you on his behalf. Say it again. How could anyone be so beautiful and young? Pig thief. It's okay, it's okay. Misunderstanding. He's quite responsible. Take good care of the pig so well. What's the problem? You communicate again. I have something going on. Just leave first. Xiaoyu. In this village. You don't know very well. Is there something unclear? Ask a lot about Tianming. You young people. Communicate well. Is it good or not? I'm leaving first. Walk slowly. Miss Lin. You are a top student. Why did you come to our village? Stop calling me Miss Lin. Call me Xiaoyu. Didn't I just go on winter vacation? I originally stayed in school doing experiments. Director Zhao is just right. Went to see our teacher. I heard you are doing it. Breeding cooperative. I think. Much more interesting than at school. I took the initiative to propose it. I didn't expect a cooperative. The proposer is so young. Being young and promising belongs. Hey you. I have someone else here. You don't treat me as a human being, do you? Sorry. I just looked at you. Farmed pigs. It's a combination of wild boar and domestic pig. Hybridized. A hybrid pig bred. Hey. Is there any problem? If I read it correctly. The feed you feed. Or ordinary pig feed. Yes. I always feed like this. No. Something will happen. No. My family has raised pigs for so many years. This is how they are fed. Then you compare domestic pigs and wild boars. Mating is in the first year, right? After they mate, genes will undergo certain changes. Raw piglets. It can't be like feeding. Like a little piggy. Otherwise, I won't be able to survive. What should I do? So be it. He'll add you on WeChat. He'll send you something. It's some potion. Just take it and buy it. So be it. You don't know those potions. What does it look like? He'll go with you. Okay. Go. Hey, he'll also add WeChat. Beauty. Ancestors bless. It's been a long time since we had descendants. Didn't find me anymore. Ancestors. I'm busy recently. About the cooperative. Didn't come to visit my ancestors. Please forgive me, ancestors. Find me this time. Is it because of the cooperative? The ancestors really had a clever plan. An expert came to the village. But I still don't worry. So I wanted to come over and ask my ancestors in terms of breeding. She is worthy of you. Completely believe. Go by what she wants. The story between you. It's still very long. The story is very long. What do you mean? You will know later. Go quickly. I'm convinced. My ancestor is so old. He even likes to tell lies. Your boy usually doesn't. Quite noisy. Why are you so honest today? You're here, brother. I don't know either. This woman is defeated. She conquers me. Don't dare to say a word. I see you are treating someone else, considered a pig thief. People don't want to pay attention to you. Did you buy those things? What about this? Do you have a bucket at home? Go get some water and bring it over. Add this in. Then he'll go now. Listen to you so much. So good. Don't you quite listen to me. Let you buy something. If you don't go immediately, this woman can defeat me too. Just leave it here. Okay. What is the ratio of your medicine to water? That's not right, but it's the first time I feed it to a piglet. That's almost it. He'll teach you next time the correct ratio of medicine to water. Good. You too, don't be stunned. Who is going to pour this into the pig trough? I go. It's okay now. Where do you live? He'll take you back. Okay. The village chief arranged for me to stay at the village headquarters. I don't know where to go. You go with me. Okay, he'll send you there. Hey. What are you two doing? What will I do after I finish this? I'm so impressed that I agreed to be my brother. Let me do all the dirty work. Director. The person you want. Can it be delivered to you safely? What do you call my person? This is us, the nobles of Nanquan village. Okay. That director. If there's nothing else, he'll leave first. Okay, I won't give it to you either. Okay. Xiaoyu. What do you think of this young man? I see your age, almost the same. Otherwise, he'll give it to you from the middle. Talk. Director. What did you say? Say no more. He'll take you to your room. Take a look. Okay, go. Oops. Oh, let's go together. Son. Are you tired from work recently? How? This sudden humanistic concern. It makes me so uncomfortable. Okay. What's wrong? You said you're not young anymore. Since last time, after the Wang family's matter is blown, we villagers. Many people are dating you. I told you that you are quite busy at work. Pushed for you. It's your own business. Serve yourself snacks. What about this work? You can put it away first. Get married first. It's okay to start a career again. Got it, Mom. Your mother and I won't rush you. Just because. I think you can handle it yourself. Your own affairs. Don't let your mother. Is it okay to worry too much? Oops. Son. Tell me about our family's conditions. Not too good either. Don't be too picky. We find a solid place. A daughter-in-law who can live a good life. That's it. Got it. You. This? Look at this kid. Said he didn't like to hear it. Here we go. Didn't fight against you. Even good. Look at you. Such a stubborn temper. Same as you. So annoying. Hey. Tianming, look, incoming today, at the breeding farm. I found a lot of pigs not eating or drinking. Don't know what happened. I didn't even have time to find a veterinarian. It's just that we paid such a big effort. If it were gone, the loss is too big. Don't worry first. You'll think of a way. I fed the thrush a little before. Dueling spring water. They instantly become spiritual. Feed the sick pigs. Will it be fine? I have a way. I have a bottle of mineral water. Very magical. Just dilute it. Pour into pig feed. I don't know if it can be sold. Does it really work? So far, I can only treat a dead horse as a live doctor. Don't be too anxious. Not as good as tomorrow. Let's take a look again. If it really doesn't work, let's think about it again. Other solutions. Wow, this spring water is so useful. It's not because of Ling University's graduate students. Normal care. Keep them alive. Greatly increased. Okay. Stop flattering me. Since it's okay, then go back first. You'll wait for a while. It'll be fine if I go back. He'll stay with you for a while. He'll take you back in a while. Director Zhao, you know. Looking at the entire Mengqing County, even Baijiang City, our company, in the field of agricultural products, they can all be ranked. And the conditions offered. Also very tempting. I also brought the contract. If you think there's no problem, we can sign it now. Mr. Zhong, can you come and cooperate with our village? It's our honor. But now, can't make a decision right away. Okay. Then let's go back first. Wait until you decide. Tell me. He'll come over immediately with the contract. Okay, then walk slowly. Hey. Which of you will give Tianming? Make a phone call. Let him come over. Discuss together. Director. So many people came. What happened? Just now, in the county, Bufeng Agriculture Company. Mr. Zhong is here. He said he wanted to sign a contract with our village. Should be for our cucumber cooperative. And breeding cooperatives. Heard something. Contract. What contract are you signing? Invest 5 million. Holding our village of all agricultural products, production and sales. The condition is, only one company supplies them. 5 million. Indeed enough. But this way we will lose initiative and operational autonomy. You have to think carefully too. You are right. So be it. Everyone, go back first. Think carefully. What about us? Don't make decisions in a hurry. Go back and ask your ancestors. What do the ancestors think? Ancestors bless. Ancestors bless. I take the liberty of disturbing my ancestors at night. Please forgive me, ancestors. We've known each other for so long. No need to be so polite. This time, what happened? Is it difficult? Someone came from the county. I want to buy agricultural products from our village. The price is very attractive. Many villagers. Everyone is ready to move. This in a short time. Indeed can greatly increase income of villagers. But they can, guaranteed later, completely. To the villagers, responsible? It's impossible. Land. Hold it in your own hands. money. You can do it yourself, earn slowly. But once, the villagers felt cold. But there is nothing. Descendants understand. Listen to the teachings of ancestors. February. Filial piety value 10. This contract we can sign, but must be retained 51% of the shares, and planted by us. Decide yourself what we rely on, own efforts and land. Instead of relying on others to acquire it, can't be won. Lamb to the slaughter. Tianming is right. We support. That's right, we also support. I also support. Support, Mr. Zhong. Villagers' attitude you also see if you feel, if possible. Let's cooperate. Little brother. To have such courage. I admire. Just as you said. Wait for me to go back. Put the contract after repair. Send to you. Let's sign it immediately. Good. What are you calling me for? Look at what I'm wearing today. Beautiful. Beautiful. You look beautiful no matter what you wear. Then you'll wear it when breeding protective clothing. Is it beautiful too? I'm here to stay. It's been half a year. Your down-to-earthness can make 1,000 responsible. I see it all. Tianming. I want to stay here. Want to be with you. Improve the town. Would you like? This is me. I have no culture. You are a graduate student. Culture can be learned. But you treat the villagers. Thoughts about Nanquan village. I can't learn it. Ancestors. This is my girlfriend, Xiaoyu. Later. She is the daughter-in-law of our Nie family. Ancestors, don't worry. Xiaoyu later. Will stay with me. Protect this land. Ancestors bless. I will go with Tianming. Build Nanquan village better. Carry on the family line. Filial piety value is full.